Hello, everyone, and welcome to another new episode of Tabletop Tavern, where every role is a new adventure. My name is Flashmaster. I am the game master of this show that we're running here. Just got a few quick announcements to go over here. This campaign is going to be an on-running campaign, so we are going to be streaming every other week. So keep an eye out for our following episode, not next week, but the following week after that. So keep an eye out for those. Also, our game is going to be running with house rules. So there's going to be times that I'm not going to completely follow the rule book to better enhance the story of our campaign. That's just how I play and how I've played forever. So,
like how whenever I roll 20 times against opponents and win at least 16 of those times,
we're not going to talk about that.
you could just go watch the last video for that one.
Alrighty. So, just gonna go ahead and go around the table one more time. Just all I want this time is everyone to say your name, your character, and just how long you've been playing D&D. So we'll start out with newcomer Jasper. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Jasper. I play Milo. Also him. I've been playing D&D since I was 14, so almost 9 years now.
Yeah, I knew you've been playing longer than I have.
Yeah, but unfortunately most of those games were ended shortly, so I played a lot of first sessions. But yeah, I've been playing and DMing for quite a while.
Awesome. Let's go to Becca.
Hi, my name is Becca. I play Amari. I have been playing for, what did we say last time? 3 years? I will put another thing out here. I may have to walk off, or you may hear noises on our side. We do have a little baby. Gotta take care of him every now and then, but it's only once in a while.
Let's jump over to the proper chill, or Brian.
Hey, what's good, everybody? My name is Brian Keith, aka the Proper Chill, or some people know me as Arrow MC. I play the character beer folk known as Armitage. I've been playing D&D. Let's not front. This is probably my third D&D game ever in life, but I've been a fan of it for a very long time, and never had nobody to play with when I was a little youth. But fast forward, here we are today, and I'm here to enjoy. Let's go.
All right, let's just go ahead. No, I was joking.
Yeah, let's start it. Let me kill a game master, find him and whatnot, and see what happens then. No. So I am Nassim, or Nas for short. Nas is just easier. And I play the tiefling Deverne Nordstrom.
I believe that is all the announcements / intros that we have. So I believe we can raise our tankards and jump into tonight's episode of Tabletop Tavern.
Nice.
So to pick up where we left off, you guys came across this giant wall that you couldn't explain why it was here. And the entire time you felt this strong smell of sulfur growing, and come to find out it was an army marching onto this wall that withholds, as you progress, this whole city that shouldn't even be here. Battle waged, and there was a horn that was blown that called a chain of lightning to come down, sentient lightning that mowed through the entire army that was marching on the city. And a figure stepped out of this lightning, actually morphed from this lightning. And the last thing he said was, "I've been waiting for you. Nice to meet you. My name is King Jason." So we pick up from there, right where we left off. You all see this 6 foot, probably like 6'5", human man standing there, just looking up at all of you because you're all taller than him, and he says, "I've been waiting for you." And he pauses for a moment, scans over the three of you. You see his hand go, 2, 3. One of you is missing. He looks up at the sky and you see a spark leave from his eye and shoot up into the sky. We're going to transition from there. Milo, what are you doing in this exact moment? And explain what your character looks like.
There's a shorter than I meant to. I need to fix his stuff. He's shorter than you guys, but he's still an elf, so I made him too short. But like, tall for a human, I suppose. Lanky elf with curly, reddish, orangish hair, like streaks of red and orange curled through his hair. He's an Eladrin, so there's some like leaves maybe hanging off or drifting around. He's an autumn Eladrin, and he's walking just like a little bit anxious, wringing his hands. He's in like very nice clothes, very put together, with like round little glasses on and a book flying by his side. But his name is Milo, and he's probably just chatting anxiously with his little companion. He doesn't have the best attitude. That's what I'm thinking at the moment. Because you see,
you see, as he's walking like down this road, like this dirt road, he's looking over and talking to this flying book that's flapping, and the book comes up to you, Milo, and he starts going, "I've told you this 1,000 times. I think that we're lost."
Well, you're the one that told me to get out of there. So you fucked me up so hard. I cannot get the Scottish off my tongue. Alright, maybe that's what's gonna happen.
You douche.
You're the one that told me to get out of there, so you're the one that's supposed to give me directions. I've never left the tower before. What do you expect me to do?
We're not supposed to go this way!
Then where? You're the one guiding me, aren't you? Granted, you haven't been out of there for a long time either. Maybe you don't even know what you're talking about.
You're the one that took me?
You told me to leave.
As this conversation is going on, can I have you actually roll for me a perception check?
Alright. Goal perception.
I would like for this king to know. That he is no king of mine.
Hold on, we'll get to that. Oh no. So, this is gonna be fun.
You see nothing. You are blind in one eye and 3/4 blind in the other.
I'm just too busy arguing with the book.
So you're arguing with the book, and all of a sudden, you just hear and feel like this loud just strike right down on you. Your world gets twisted upside down. You don't know which way is left to right, up, down. Your insides feel like they get twisted in, and reversed and brought back, and you're slammed onto the ground. You're knocked prone. You're now standing there, and you see this panda woman, this cave bearer folk man dressed in a silver platinum like armor with a kimono over top. You see this tiefling that's tall and still semi-translucent horns with a purple cloud starting to fade now at this point, and you see this 6 foot tall man. He looks down at you, nods, and says, that's better.
I think he's on the ground, probably hyperventilating at the moment and trying to figure out what the fuck just happened and freaking out. He's breathing really heavy, just really distraught, looking around for Cronus to make sure that he's there too, and I'm not alone in whatever the fuck is happening.
In fact, you feel some shifting beneath your back, and you hear a muffled "Get the fuck out of me!"
Oh, sorry, right. And I quickly just pick myself up, dust myself off, and look down to make sure none of the pages are too damaged or anything like that.
You see the book flies up, for a book, shakes itself off, and then it flies up into you, and then latches itself into your latch on your side of your on your side.
Okay. I pat it and look around, very confused.
You see these people around you, and all of you see now this Eladrin that has just appeared just from this streak of lightning that just gets called down, similar to the same way that this king came to you guys. And he looks at all of you and says, now that we have all of you here, I have some news that I need to talk with you all about. And he pauses again. He puts his fingers to his temple and he goes, really? Now? Soph, you can't be serious. Not right now. He kind of rolls his eyes and says, all right. So, here, take this. And he reaches to his side, scans over you. You see his sparks in his eyes turn to a purple as he scans over you. And he looks to you, Milo, and he tosses you this. It looks like what we would know to be a clock, but it has these 3 plates that go over top of each other. You would know this to be a tick keeper. Tick in this world is how we measure time. There are 96 ticks in a day. So he looks at you and he says, meet me in 28 ticks at the palace. And
what?
28 ticks, so that's the equivalent to 3 hours in this time.
Okay.
In this world that you look down and this tick keeper, it actually keeps track of what tick you're at. So you look at it and you actually roll an intelligence check for me.
Okay. That'll be 18.
Okay, yeah, so you definitely know how to use this. You've used these before. You're just okay, yeah, I can take care of this. And he says, meet me at the palace in 28 ticks. There is significant gold involved. And he hands you all about 1,500 gold pieces in a bag. Says this is the upfront payment. And then another bolt of lightning strikes down and is gone.
What?
Makes an entrance and leaves.
Milo's freaking out right now. 100% just very confused, and he's like, "The palace, but where are we?" But I don't like. He's just trying to figure out where he even is in order to get to the palace in the first place. Nor has he been to the palace, and he's not happy, and he's very confused.
In fact, you look around you, and you can see, like, from where you're at, you can see through the gate, and you can see this giant city around you. I need all of you, now seeing King Jason, I need all of you to roll a history check for me.
Rolling a history check.
Natural 19.
Natural 19.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Natural 12.
Dirty 19.
Okay.
You
So,
guys add your history modifiers.
I'm still 0, natural 20.
Oh, there's a game log. Oh, look at that. Smart.
alright, so you guys all have heard of this legendary being of King Jason. He is one of the... You look at him as this deity-like being because he was the pivotal person to help envelop this world from crashing thousands of years ago. And
We are not amused.
and you know of this city. This city is the city of Voltara. The city is the traveling city, Voltara. And yeah, so that's just about... You've heard legends of this city, but you've never actually been here. What do you guys do?
I need
So-
a drink.
You know what? That sounds like a great idea.
After that battle, I need a drink.
I think I'll join you. Hey, you guys. Hey, beer lady. Milo. You all, come on. Let's go have a drink.
Mhm.
Let's
I
You
I
can
don't
follow
know
if you'd
about
like.
go.
drink.
You can follow if you'd like.
Well, they have food too.
I suppose. Have to
Might as
figure this
well.
out one way or another.
It's a great idea. Come, let's be friends and merry
Mm,
and figure things out.
mm.
But more importantly, I need sustenance, especially beer-related substance.
Mm.
Alright, so I'm gonna need a group persuasion check to see if you can find the closest tavern.
So we're all
Persuasion?
doing rolling persuasion
Everyone's
right now.
rolling persuasion.
Not perception.
Rolling persuasion.
Persuasion, because
Or
you're
investigation.
asking the people as you go through the town.
15.
12.
With modifiers, 15.
Natural 20.
Alrighty.
Dirty 20.
Ooh, wow.
Nice, nice. So as you guys are walking through the city, first thing that you realize, everyone that you come to, they're all kind of happy-go-lucky going about their day. They tell you about the nearest tavern would be the Roaming Griffin Tavern. It's
Love
about
it.
middle of the city, and it's the best tavern in town.
Well,
like
I
that.
suppose this looks good. It's
Right.
Hopefully, it's not like the best tavern in the last town.
Why did you trash that one too? Ow. Let's just have a drink. I need something wet and delicious.
As you
God,
guys
Will.
are heading
Pause.
there, as you guys are heading there, you hear these loud horns that go across the entire city, and as these horns blurt out, you see these columns rise from all the sides of the walls, like 12 different columns rising from there. And on top of these columns have these orbs. The best way I can explain them, have you seen those, those orbs that like has like the ball of electricity in them, and like you
Yes.
put your fingers to the
Tesla.
your
side?
fingers on it. Yeah.
We'll send
yeah.
down.
Yeah, it's they
Tesla
all
chorus.
have essentially those on top of these columns. And after the horns blurt out, you see everyone rushing around you, strapping things down, and they're just trying to get everything settled down. What are you guys doing?
Hey, what's all this
Go!
about?
Is this
Are you just asking?
Is this preventing me from getting to my mead?
Are you asking the nearest person what this is about?
We're gonna ask. What is
this
going
preventing
on?
me from getting to my mead?
They're
I'm trying to have a drink. What's going
person
on?
you come up
Same.
to, the first person you see would be like this older lady who's strapping down her groceries that she just fetched from the grocery, as she's just like looks up at you. It's just like, yeah, we're about to travel. Have you guys never experienced a travel before?
Travel.
Not that I've seen.
You say me. Sorry.
Are
Yeah.
you taking the bar with? Are you taking the griffin with you too?
Oh,
No.
she smiles and says, "Oh, you're newcomers."
You could say that, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, very
She
much
looks
so.
She looks at you all and says, "Find some place to hold on to," and then straps it down. Finish strapping everything down.
Go,
Hey,
crew,
do
we
you
must
need
strap
help with
down.
platforms, or are you good?
No, it sounds almost like Arden
I
Schwarzenegger.
suppose you've done this before.
Say that one more time.
I was asking her if she needs help.
She'll look at you and be like, "I've done this a time or two. I appreciate it."
Go.
Sorry.
What weapon
should-
do I carry?
Are you asking her that, or are you asking me that?
I'm asking you, Game Master.
You carry a Aegis blade.
Okay. What I do is I plunge my sword into the ground and hold on to that in a crouching position.
Make a strength check.
Ooh.
Natural 1.
Ooh, I guess you fly away.
You
Hold on.
no. If it's a natural one, it's an automatic failure. So
Trash.
you go to plant in, and you stab yourself in the foot.
That's not fair. See, I knew you were gonna try to kill me.
Yeah.
How many points of damage?
That's
Let's see. What is your Actually, I can pull up your notes.
I've got it up here too.
great.
What how much damage does your Aegis blade deal?
My Aegis blade +4.
What's
1d8
the
plus
dice?
2. 1d8 plus 2.
Game Master,
You
I
just
do have
take
a. I have a move. I have a move that can probably solve
Not
that.
nice.
So, go.
Oh, also, before
Mm.
you start, I'm sorry to interrupt.
That's okay.
You feel around in your pockets, Armitage, while you're doing this, and you feel something new. You feel this potion that you wasn't there before. You recognize it to
potion.
be a healing potion.
Oh, so I take it.
Trying to help a brother out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I was gonna lay them hands. I was gonna do lay them hands, but that works.
Are you using it on him or are you using it on yourself?
For the sake of who I am, I'm going to use it on him because I want to have friendship. You know,
Okay.
I want to have
So-
kinship. So go, take this.
You heal him back up that 3 points.
But I
Much
would like to
appreciated,
try.
brother. First round's on me.
Go, I welcome it.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go look for something to hold on to.
And lady, if I may, how would I go about finding some place to put myself so that way I can hold on?
Are you asking me to help you strap in?
Hold on.
If
Go!
you could, and if you could not, could you tell me how?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh God, I have something. Can I talk yet or no? I
Yeah,
gotta
go
wait.
ahead, talk.
Go! I have a rope. Let me tie this down and you all can be anchored to it. Because I have my backpack and I have rope. It's
Okay.
about 50 feet.
What is
So
it
we're gonna
tied
use it.
to?
Yeah, we're
get
gonna
a
tie it to a
16.
rock or a column,
16?
whatever we can find.
16.
Tie it to one of the
Okay.
columns that came up out of the ground.
Yeah, tie it to one of the columns that came up out of the ground. Easy enough.
You tie it around yourself, and are you tying it around everyone else?
Everybody else, because I have the rope.
Before
alright.
as you go to tie it around Amari, she's actually already strapped in. The older lady actually came up and strapped her into one of the harnesses that attaches to the building.
So I
My-
got everybody else.
I got a
My
new
brother.
grandma.
We have
Alright.
become quick friends.
Carol! Meat for all!
Were you going
Meat
to say
for
something,
us.
Milo?
I'm
Go
just
ahead.
gonna let it happen.
All
I'm
right.
like, alright, thank
So-
you, I suppose.
After
No,
all
we
of
think you're good.
After all the horns cease, you see electricity start to begin to spark from the center of the castle. It starts out small, like spreading and touching the entire city and spreading and going through you, but it doesn't deal any damage. It's just like this warm touch that is welcoming as it passes through you, and it jumps up and goes into these coils that sit at the top of these pillars, and it all shoots back to the palace, jettisoning itself up into the sky, and you all feel, Milo, a similar
Sensation.
sensation, thank you, to what you just felt. Your body, like, turns on itself. You can't tell what is upside down to right side up, left, right. You see, like, this tunnel of stars traveling. You don't know what is going on, and then it's normal. A normal day, but you look around and you see mountains surrounding the entire city. And you guys are in a new place. You don't know where you're at.
Fascinating.
After this, you see everyone unstrapping everything from being down, and they say, "All right." You see her, the lady. She says, "All right. So about like another week before it's gonna travel time again. So unless it's an emergency travel, so you should be good to continue on."
May I ask what the traveling's about?
Is this some form of teleportation?
Yes. King Jason has the ability to transport the city, as well as himself or others, into different areas. The city has anchor points that we always go to. So there's going to be times that we have a spot that we are scheduled to be at that we will be.
Did he transfer the tavern as well?
The whole city.
Okay.
Mhm.
I just want to drink.
I assume you're going to the Roaming Griffin?
Yes.
Go!
Milo has-
Delicious beer-related drinks for us. Go!
Milo
Oh yeah,
definitely has more questions.
Talon will take definite care of you there. He's such an amazing guy.
Taven.
Talon.
He's the barmaid.
Halen.
Talon.
It's like Caitlin with a T.
Yeah.
Go.
Exactly.
Caitlin with a tail. Go. Maybe bear folk too. Go.
Alrighty, do you guys continue on?
Milo has a lot of
Continue on.
questions,
As of
but
now?
he's not sure if the old lady is the exact person to ask. But he has a lot of questions.
Go. Milo. What did King Jason say to you? Where do we have to be?
We still have some ticks left. But he told us to go meet up with him up at the castle, I suppose.
Where is this castle?
I look around and I don't know.
Yeah, you see it. It's
I'm
in
sure
the
it's
center
there,
of
yeah.
town.
And yeah,
Oh, gotcha.
that castle, I presume.
Yeah, and it's a
Right.
beautiful castle. Like lightning bolts leading up to all over this side. You could tell, like, he is very into this lightning aesthetic.
Seems gaudy to me.
I mean, he is basically a deity.
I'd rather the dive bar. Shall
Different
we?
kind of gaudy, but yes.
We've got,
Let's go to the dive bar.
Maybe we can get more information while we're at this tavern.
Yes, let's
Okay.
go to the tavern.
We've got the chicks. We can do whatever, I suppose.
We've got the ticks.
You look down
We've
and
got the
only
ticks.
like it's only been like one tick since you guys have been traveling.
We have more than enough time.
So 27 ticks remain.
Correct.
Okay. Shall we all go onward to the tavern?
Yes.
Also,
We don't need to roll for that since we're all in
No,
agreed.
you're just moving on to the tavern.
All right. And what's his name? Talon? Okay, I'm just remembering
Talon,
names.
yep.
Talon. Caitlin with a tail. Could it be a beer folk?
That works. All right, sorry, I was trying to figure something out. All right. So, as you guys continue on, you see throughout this town, you see in the center of the town, right in front of the palace, you see like this giant, about 30-foot tall, like you would think of it to be a statue, but something about it tells you it's something more. You see this giant sword plunged into the ground, it with the blade, like this tall being that is you see iron wrapping itself and weaving itself over, making this humanoid shape. The only thing I can explain it as, it looks like what would be an empty husk of what should be something that goes in there. But actually, let me look at something. Armitage and Milo, make history checks for me.
okay.
History check initiated. Let's go.
Ew, good
Ooh,
history.
14.
24.
Nice.
Okay. Milo, you definitely know what this is. This is the Guardian. The Guardian that actually defeated the Great Yosemite. This is where the great battlefield of the Calamity took place, in the center of this city, before the world of Aret was even formed. You see, you feel this aura still pouring off of this husk. Like, you know that something strong was in here at one point.
And there's like residual magic or something.
You also see, standing to the left of that, about a 20-foot tall actual statue of a giant T-Rex. And if you decide to click closer, you see people putting flowers along the bottom of this T-Rex, and you can see a plaque that's sitting at the front of this of this statue as well.
I definitely want to read the plaque. Get more info.
All right.
I'm very curious.
So, the plaque does say, "Here lies the hero that sacrificed himself, Rex."
Aww.
Oh, some sort of memorial. That's very sweet.
Is there
I
anything?
Bow my head to pay my respects quietly. Just as a nice gesture.
Is there anything that can be done about this sword?
This sword is literally 28 feet tall. Like, it is plunged into the ground. It's been there for just about 1,000 years. Like, this thing's not moving. There's been people that come and try, and it hasn't moved in years. But you guys continue on, and you get to the outside of this tavern. In this tavern, you see this wooden carving protruding from the top of the tavern of a griffin's face. And you see these doors that swing open, and people are walking in and out of the tavern, laughing. Some stumble out of the tavern. seems like a good time.
Well, I guess that's why it's called the Griffin Tavern.
Oh, so let's go get some drinks to wet our lids.
Aye.
Our lips?
Right.
Or, well, our bills. Snouts.
Yeah, you guys walk
Multiple-
in
I'm just
and
going along with it. My character would be like, okay.
Mhm.
you guys walk in and the tavern is filled. There are at least like 35 people in here. And you see at the center of the bar this stout dwarven man who actually jumps onto the top of the bar. He's divvying out different types of liquors and ales to people, laughing about. Has a ruddy complexion and a magnificent fiery red beard that almost reaches his knees. His eyes twinkle with mirth, and he wears a well-kept apron.
Is this Talon?
You don't know yet. You have to go talk to him. You would assume,
Alright,
though.
I would assume. So, can I...
You there. Give me a drink.
Oh, yes.
You there, give us all a drink.
Oh, yes.
I'm with you.
What type of drink are you looking for? Are you looking for like an ale? Or are you looking like for our finest whiskey?
Well, I nearly got kebabbed by about 100 different men. So, something to kill the pain, physically and mentally.
And
Inside
my
wounds and
fur
outside
was
wounds.
singed by these folk. So, anything that's ice cold. Mead.
Yeah. So,
For all my friends.
he looks at
Four of us.
he
I'll be
looks
alright
at
with some
you.
water, though. Thank you.
Oh, no worries. Fresh water for all.
He looks at you specifically, Armitage, and smiles and says, "Ah, yes, that'll be 5 gold pieces."
Who got the sack
So I
of
give it to
gold?
him.
Did we split that up yet, or
So
you guys were handed 1,500 gold pieces. If you guys want to split it up, you all saw it though. So
Yeah.
yeah?
So,
I think we would have split it
first
up. when we
round's
got here.
on me. So I
Alright.
give him the 5 gold. Wait, well, 5 gold pieces for all 5 of us?
20.
All 4 of us?
20.
So 20 gold pieces. So 5 gold pieces a piece?
375.
I mean, that's what he said.
A piece. Let's make
I
it
just
sure.
wanted water.
Highway robbery.
How much is the water?
I mean, you can make an insight check
Water
to
should
see
be
if
free,
he's
actually.
to see if he
If he's being
is
truthful.
Haggle with him. I'd like to
messing
haggle
with
with
you.
him.
There you go. Let's haggle.
All right, go ahead and roll an
An
insight.
insight check. Okay, insight for
I
insight
don't
plus
trust this guy
1.
either, so I'm going
Dun,
to...
dun, 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 dun. I got a
Can I help
10. That is
18.
11.
Can I help
I got
18.
you?
11.
Go ahead and roll with advantage, because Becca said she's gonna help you.
Because this guy
Okay.
seems kind of shady. So you're just going to roll a second d20.
Alright, so I got 13. Is that for both of us?
17 the second time, so that's 21.
Alright. So, yeah, I got 13. We went from 11 to a 13.
So, Armitage, you feel like he is absolutely telling you the truth.
So I believe him, but what about
I was just about to get to that point. Deverne,
okay.
you know, you for sure know the price of ale. He is haggling the shit out of Armitage.
Yeah, it should be 2 gold coins each. And for the water, it should be free.
Mm.
And
Sir,
whenever
I feel like that'd be honest.
whenever he says that, you see Talon goes, we got a smart man here. And he puts down all 4 drinks, and he says, we'll call it even, just 2. We'll just do 6 gold.
Sounds alright.
It's
6
still
gold
one.
altogether?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, for
So,
everyone.
so, but how much was he charging each before?
5.
Before it was 5.
gold
Five
pieces
each.
each person.
Yeah,
So
now
now
it's
it's
all
six
together is just 6.
Even though
Okay,
it should only be 4.
Okay, so can we do intimidation?
That's what I was gonna say. Intimidate this dude.
I mean, you could
Because
try.
I
Didn't you say
realized
he set down 4
I prefer
ales?
not to cause problems.
He set
Why did he
down
set
four
down 4
drinks.
L's?
I
Yeah,
said
we
4
wanted the
drinks.
water. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we all
my
got
friend
the
wants
water and the 3 L's.
Mm-hmm.
She's been up for
Okay.
3 days. She's
Oh,
tired.
you know what? Naz, are you gonna go intimidation?
I mean, so it's 6 then, because the water should be free.
The water should
Yeah,
be free.
I said 6.
2,
Yeah, it's
4,
2
6.
each for the
Okay.
3
So
ale.
it's 2 each. Okay, so
We'll
so,
take it.
Okay.
We'll take it.
We'll take it.
All right.
So I offer to spend my 6 coins, and I say to Deverne, you got the next round.
Aye.
Alrighty. So, you guys get your drinks. Do you guys look for a table?
We sit at the
Barkeep,
bar.
do you all happen to
We sit at the
have
bar.
something to eat?
Ooh,
Yes. What
great
would you
question.
like?
I need something to give me energy. I have been up for 3 days. And I need to
I
get
suppose
through this
protein would be
right now.
best.
He walks into the back, and you start smelling this amazing, immaculate meal. And a couple ticks go by, and he walks back. Just a giant plate of food, and he just sits it down. This immaculate meal. Looks you over and is just like, you look like you need it more than I do, and just slides it over. And then he reaches down, grabs his hot cup of joe, and sits it down in front of you.
So she gets mead and a cup of joe, cow, and a hot meal, cow.
Enjoy your meal.
Thank you, sir.
Cheers to that.
And I
Barkeep.
flip the gold coin.
Barkeep,
Yes.
tell me more of this king and this
Oh.
city.
King Jason. Yes, he is the hero of our world. He saved it many, many years ago. Some say that he is the god of this realm. And if it wasn't for him, none of us would be alive.
That's
And
got
what is
crazy.
it that he saved this city from?
Isimid already. So to pick up where we left off, we were asking about the king. So he told you that this king, he is the deity, a deity in this world. He has defeated Isimid. Isimid was basically the
Ruler of death.
ruler of death. She wanted to destroy all of life in all of the realms. And in doing so, there was this ensuing battle that included, of the 7 swords and the 7 heroes that merged together to defeat Isimid in her place. And as he's explaining this, it clicks. Merged together, 7 swords. And then you think back to that figure in the center of town that had its sword slammed into the concrete. And it all starts coming together. And he looks at you and he's just like, yeah, he's been taking care of us ever since. All the rest of us lost our memories after Edet formed, but him and the rest of the team, except for Rex, rest his soul, they've all been taking care of everyone in Edet.
So Rex was the one who people were is a giant Tyrannosaurus Rex next to the statue that were having flowers thrown at his feet.
Yes, he was the boy that was able to transform himself into a T-Rex.
Okay. So because I'm a paladin, beer folk, I raise my tankard, and I give a short but inspiring, quick prayer that encourages us to drink some more. But it was more so for the fact of like kind of like blessing us on our journey.
Yeah, you made that prayer, and as you take a drink, you feel your shield start to get warm on your back as you take that drink.
Let me ask. Can I speak? Can I use telekinesis?
Depends on what you're asking for. Are you asking to talk separately to your
Any
thing?
divine entity, yeah. Any divine entity. But it could be anything that's close to me, anything like that. Do I have that ability?
To an extent, but it's with only one thing, and you know what that one thing is.
Okay.
That's the only thing that you can do that with.
Alright. Okay.
And if you want to, you can message me on Discord.
No, I'm already
Let me
ahead
know
of you.
what you say.
I'm already ahead of you.
Gotcha. Alrighty. Yeah, you all see as he's just sitting there raising his tankard, and like he like has this shiver go down his spine as he takes his drink.
Milo kind of just shrugs it off. Doesn't really think too much about it. He's more curious about learning more history.
Yeah, Amari really
So
just
he-
does not care. As she's just digging into her food and into her coffee and just trying to get through this day.
I show my
Well-
respect, but I'm not a religious person.
Valid.
You're here. Valid.
Agreed.
I lean forward and look at the what's his name again?
Talon.
Talon. And I'm like, my ears perking up a little bit. I'm like, so about the way you travel in this town, is that a special gift of the king's, or is it like some sort of spell that he uses? I haven't seen it before or seen it in my studies, at least that I can recall. I'm just curious about how it all works. And also, well, I'll let you answer that question first before I get ahead of myself.
He looks at you as he's like going about his business, wiping down other tankards, and like he just stops and looks at you and is just like, "I'm a simple tavern keeper. I wouldn't know these things. You
That's
can
fair.
ask him, but he's a hard man to reach."
We have a meeting set up with him actually later, so I'll just keep those questions noted.
The moment you say that you have a meeting with him, he like his jaw just drops. Like he's just like, "You have a meeting with the king,
I suppose so.
King Jason, Lightning Rider. That same king?"
He kidnapped me from where I was traveling just to say that we have a meeting, so I suppose so.
And we're hearing this
I don't
conversation as it's
understand
happening,
Yeah,
right?
you all are hearing this same thing.
I don't understand myself, honestly, but he gave me the timepiece and said to meet him at the castle, so we have a meeting.
Go! Yes! And hopefully he has fine libations for us all to enjoy.
I hope I can get some information, maybe read some books. I bet he has a vast library.
Go,
Moment
maybe we
you
share a drink
mention-
and he'll tell us some more.
The moment you mention library, hold on, let me get my notes pulled up. Yeah, the tavern keeper looks at you and is just like, "Yeah, I know of libraries around the town. Like, he often visits the Quill and Scroll, that's the bookshop."
Oh, and does it contain arcane tomes as well as novels and such?
It holds books.
Got it.
I'm not much of a book reader myself.
Different strokes, right? Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
As I stroke my beard.
Long
We stroke it in
letters.
unison. Go.
Pause.
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 So, I want to take advantage of something. Because I feel like whatever this warm sensation from my shield is, it felt bothersome. It felt like it was something. It was warning me of something. I want to do. I don't know if not sure if I need to do a perception check, but I do want to check the time. I want to check the ticker. Ticker? What is it called again?
The tick keeper.
The tick keeper. The keeper of ticks when you walk in the forest.
Pritz keeper.
How much? Milo, how much time do we have left on the
Well,
tick keeper?
let's
You
take
look
a
at-
look. Pull it out.
You look at the tick keeper and you see you have about maybe 18 ticks.
So a little over an hour for us in contact.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Got it.
My belly grows full of mead, but I need to also learn of this place and see what secret it has.
Yeah, there's many different places for you to go for. We have the Whispering Shadows Emporium. It's a shop that sells all sorts of different rare exotic artifacts. We have the Iron Heart Forge. If we, Mr.
Deverne,
I think we should go to the forge and refine our weaponry.
Mr. Gareth can take care of you, and he's the finest blacksmith around.
I think my sword needs sharpened.
I think I could do an update on my war pick.
We got the Ebon Veil Outfitters. If you are looking to change your outfit, and I see that you have this, and he comes over to the panda lady, grabs her hand, and kisses her on the hand. That says, "This beautiful lady here." And then he sits it down, takes your coffee, refills it, sits it back down. And whenever he kisses your hand, he stinks. He smells like he hasn't showered for like a good 2 weeks minimum. You see like mold starting to like pour out of his beard and stuff. It's bad.
He's the tavern keeper?
Yeah, he's a tavern keeper.
Disgusting. He made your
He
food.
cooks the mean stew. Pours
He
the
keeps
mean
everyone
mead.
drunk enough that they don't care.
Mm.
But did you drink anything from your tankard, though?
I've been eating this entire time.
But if you look at all your silverware, all your like your tankards and everything, it is pristine, clean.
He takes more care in the tavern and how it's upkept, except himself.
Mm-hmm.
But the mold. It's
But
falling into our drinks from his
He could be
face.
wearing a beard.
He's wearing
Maybe-
a beard.
No.
Maybe that's where we get the alcohol from.
And the energy.
But yeah,
That's a little bit past fermentation.
continues
at that
on,
point.
and he says, "There's also the Verdant Grove Apothecary. If you're looking for different types of herbs or potions,
Woman.
we have the Mystic Horizons and Antiques, a shop brimming with artifacts, items in distant land, items from distant lands and hidden ages." And then, last but not least, another one of my favorite places to go. And he points like right across, like he walks you to the edge of the tavern, opens up the door. He points right across the street. The Starlight Sweet Bakery, the delightful bakery, known for its celestial themed pastries and desserts.
Oh my god. So, go. We need to go to the Iron Fitters and definitely get some new gear because Amari, well, you're in tattered and torn stuff. Might as well upgrade, right?
I
But then
would
I
like
need-
to know, if you are looking to upgrade, the place to go would be the Whispering Shadows Emporium. They sell different magic items and different things there. If you're looking to just sharpen a blade or get a new blade made, then you would go to the Iron Heart.
The Emporium sounds quite interesting.
I'm pecked my interests too, as my ears perked up.
His little ears.
Yeah, like literally, like.
I love little bear ears. They're so little.
They're so cute
I
and
don't
round.
understand how they go with the head.
I know.
But yes, I would also agree that we go there and check out, because as you can tell, I need an upgrade to my outfit. It's been a long time since I've had time to take care of myself.
What say you, Milo and Deverne? We shall get upgraded gear and definitely sharpen our blades.
I would love to sharpen my blade.
I'm very curious about these.
Yeah, especially
magic
since you dulled it
artifacts.
whenever you stabbed your foot.
Exactly. Thank you for reminding me.
Milo, what did you care about?
I say
To the air.
the two of us get our weapons sharpened, and Milo.
Don't split the party.
Curious
We're
about
not
these.
in the party.
Don't split the
That's a
party.
big
Party.
rule. Don't skip the party.
I understand, but are we like? Do we have concerns of combat at this moment? Though we just
mean,
got
you
out
guys-
of combat. We're in the village.
You guys
Which
are in
seems to be
this
safe.
giant city.
Right.
If you guys wanted to split the party, but don't take the DM's advice as well. So
Are the two buildings close
Since
to each
he's
other?
the player, don't split the party.
Are the two buildings
We
close
can
to each
go
other?
one at a time.
Yes, are the two
I
buildings
guess.
close to each other?
hold on, let me pull up the map that I made of this.
Waiting for that. Golly.
So it's
Like-
not across the street. He actually like leans out the door and then it's just like that way.
I see the forge.
Is quite far from the Emporium. The Emporium is on the
But it
upper.
could technically be on the way, depending on how long they would take to sharpen the
We
blades.
can go
It
around
is.
and
If
towards
we-
the castle.
If we can just
Do you guys notice, because you guys entered in from over here, like
we
around
passed
the
the outfitters.
Yvonne Vale's outfitters? So
Okay.
it only took a tick to get you to right here.
Right. So it should be pretty quick to go to the forge, and I think if we just swing around to the Emporium and then to the palace, we'd have time.
Yeah,
do
we
what
can
we
we can
need.
hit up a couple spots on the way. I think we should stick together.
So
Wow.
my
Yeah.
question is, Armitage, what kind of, in case there's any issue, what kind of cantrips, spells you might have? Say we leave our weapons there, and then all of us go to the Emporium together, come back for our weapons as they're getting sharpened.
Yeah, that's something that you could ask for.
Yeah, it's absolutely
yeah.
something we could do.
What would sharpening
Yeah.
do? Would it just like add
Yeah,
a +1 to the weapon, or
Maybe it depends on how much
Let me
money we
look.
spend.
Let me look mechanically what sharpening does.
yeah? Because like for flavor, and that's nice, but it won't do
Flavors.
much. Flavor.
Well, I love the fact that I do have an unarmed strike, so
Yeah.
and it causes bleeding, I believe.
I think
Does
it's
it cause
bludgeoning.
bleeding?
Because it's a punch, basically.
It's bludgeoning, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and I think I could bite too.
I have spells. Could
Oh,
do
wow.
some
Punk-
necrotic damage.
Nice.
Wow, the
I have
wizard has
piercing
spells.
on with a bite.
Oh, that's cool. I've got Chill Touch as a cantrip, which does 1d8 plus 5. And that's just a cantrip, so I can cast that however many times I want. I'm less combat oriented, though.
Don't
Most of
worry,
my
I'll
stuff-
be your shield.
Ah,
All right,
Appreciate
so
it.
are you guys heading to
broken languages.
the forge?
Yes,
Um,
that's
just what's prepared for today.
But let me ask a question though. On this, being that the map disappeared, because my
I can
crazy
share it again.
my crazy self would like to at least hit 4 of these spots, because I don't know how many ticks it's going to take to like hit up these spots. So like if we were able to like make like a like kind of like a guesstimate as to where we wanted to go. Obviously, we want to ultimately end up at.
I say we help. So if we're still at the tavern, I say we head southeast towards the forge, and then head northeast towards the Emporium. Come back to the forge to get our weapons,
and then go to the
After-
outfitters.
and then
Okay.
go. Well, we need to meet with Jason.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to figure out how many ticks, because we're at
We have
18 ticks
about-
right
I
now.
can't see them.
18 is about, I think, like an hour. Maybe an hour.
The outfitters is right there next to us.
Yeah,
Two.
so I figured we just go get some garb that's the like clothing that might be befitting of whatever we need to do, because obviously
Game Master,
What's that?
can you tell us? Are there any issues with our current garments?
So for you, I would say,
I need
No.
new shoes.
Some
your
of us might be a little singed.
some of yours might be a little singed. Amari's, yours is pretty tattered because you've been running for quite a while. Milo, depends on what you left with, what you have, if you get what I mean. I think the best would be that the best 2 people that would have what they need and want would be Armitage and Deverne.
So we're good.
Yeah, you two are good.
Okay.
yeah.
Well, we will wait out front while they go inside, in case there's any kind of issues. Are you okay with that, Armitage?
Yeah, we'll wait outside.
Just in case, there's any kind of onlookers issues, we'll just people watch.
Yeah, and I have keen hearing, so I can hear what's inside too. So
Awesome.
and smell.
Senses.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, well that's doing that. Alright, so yeah, you guys head there. Everything's going around just fine. The city is up and bustling again. They're going through their normal routines. You still see people unstrapping things and taking kids out of these harnesses that hang in the middle of the street that like has a rope going overhead that looks kind of like a zip line, but like it adjusts for whatever angle they land at. And yeah, you guys make it to the Ebonville Outfitters. On the outside of this building, you see like these mannequins adorned in magnificent billowing dresses. You see some that are some dresses that are fit for combat. You see different suits and different just regular everyday clothing that is built for everyday, built for combat, built for whatever you need. And you walk into the inside of the shop, and you see this tiefling woman who has striking onyx skin, long flowing obsidian hair, and elegant horns that horn gracefully. She dresses in a dramatic, stylish attire, often in shades of dark crimson and midnight black. You see her, she's just sitting there just sewing up a dress in the process, and this dress is a beautiful dress. It has diamonds going along the side, with a gold trim going along like the breastplate. You see it interweaved with armor inside of it as well. As she's just sitting there whistling to herself.
Whistle while you work.
Go. I yell out so that you guys can hear me. Make sure that you pick something that's not only beautiful, but that will protect you.
Right.
I'll go ahead and walk up to the woman. Excuse me, madam. I don't mean to interrupt while you are in the middle of this fine piece of artwork, but if I may, as you can clearly see, I have been through the ringer, and I would like something similar to what I'm wearing now to just be able to continue on my quest.
Oh, love, I can take care of you. Just walk on back here, and we'll get everything taken care of.
Alrighty.
And she sweeps you off of your feet, takes you into the back room, and you hear... Milo, did you walk in as well, or are you standing outside? You hear as she walks into the back room, you hear what sounds like pots banging and this giant whirlwind of stuff happening in this back room. What you see is this woman, she's going through these different shelves, throwing things off the sides of the shelf, looks back at you, looks at what she has, then goes back to what she's doing. She pulls out this giant cloth, wraps it around you, measures, goes back to cutting, and then she measures you once again. What type of material did you want this in?
Well, as leather tends to keep up better, I would like at least to have leather pants and boots. But I trust your judgment on travel wear.
Okay. Any type of imbued armor or any of this?
I am trying to save my gold for the trip, so I'd prefer something a little bit cheaper. But as I said, I trust your opinion. You are the expert here. I am but a lowly being, just trying to...
Truly trying to, like, sucker her up?
Trying to have this woman adopt me.
Okay.
Granddaughter. Shall I do persuasion?
Roll a persuasion. I'll give you inspiration for this. So roll an extra d8 with it.
Wow.
Butter up.
Yeah, butter her up. That's the word I was looking for.
12.
12?
Oh, wait. Persuasion?
Yes.
13.
13? She looks at you and she's just like, I like you. You know what? 150 gold. And we will get you something great.
Okay.
Alrighty. And you hear all this giant maculation of bustling in the back room. And then Amari walks out. Explain what they see as they walk out. You get to design what your character looks like.
Holy moly. Okay, so I do have on of course, the leather pants, so that way my unders are covered in what I need. But I'm also wearing a red kimono. I do have a corset on to where it keeps itself closed and I don't go showing off too much, but she's even gotten me something for my hair, some ribbons to be able to put in my hair, to be able to put my hair back if I want to, or to just let it sit on, just to kind of give a bit more decoration. But what you don't notice, and what you will if you pay closer attention, underneath, it shimmers, showing all of the extra eccentricities that she added just to throw in a little pizzazz to show her artwork, and the armor that is built into it. You can't see because it's built into the fabric, but it's still versatile in that it will still move with me.
Yeah. So she comes over and she says, oh, honey, one more thing. And she grabs this gold, like, help
Thread?
me out.
Ribbon?
Thread, thank you.
Okay.
And she sews into, like, right here on
My hip.
on your hip,
I left it.
on your left hip, an L and a D. And she says, oh, honey, you got a Lysandra Drakehorn original. That'll be 150 gold.
Ding.
She comes over, puts it in her drawer, shuts her drawer, locks it back. And then she comes over, puts her elbows on the counter and looks straight at you, Milo, and says, and what do you want, dear?
Oh, well, I was wondering if you could, I used to wear a sort of robe or cloak when more often, and I feel a bit naked without it. Do you have some sort of long jacket, long robe, or cloak that you think would fit my appearance, I suppose? But in, like, maybe warmer tones.
Yeah, I get. She looks back at a rack of different attires and everything, and she walks over there, moves things around. She pulls out like 3 different cloaks. Walks up. The first one she comes with is this brown leather cloak with this silver lining that goes along the thread of all of the cloak. You see like some like runish designs like inside the lining of the jacket, and it's like a purple lining as well. That's the first one. The second one she unfurls is a strictly black cloth robe with these starlights, and they seem to glow ever faintly. As she opens it up, you see a purple, what looks like constellations inside of the jacket in the lining, and she sets that one on the counter. And the last one she comes out with is this strictly purple one with a red ribbon that goes around the waist, and the buckle has 2 diamonds on either side to snap them together. And she lays that one down.
Right. Milo looks through them, kind of like flips the fabric and like touches it. He's a very sensory kind of person, so he's like getting on all the textures and trying to figure out what seems to feel right. But he goes back to the brown leather one, and he nods, picks it up, and like tries it on real quick in front of her, and turns around and he's like, I like this one, but you're the professional. What do you suppose?
She looks at you, looks over it, and she steps back, like puts her hands up, and then snaps her fingers, and then it fits you automatically.
Well then,
I think it's a perfect fit.
Seems so. And how much would this be?
That would be 75 gold pieces.
All right. And then he like pulls out his little coin bag, his little leather bag.
It's a coin purse.
Picks out the pieces. Yeah.
Does he do it like one at a time?
Yeah.
Or, like,
he's
oh,
counting
God.
them meticulously to make sure he gets the right amount. And once he's all finished with that, he hands it over, after counting
she
all
grabs
of the coins.
it, bags it for you, hands it over. Alrighty. Do you need anything else? She looks over at you, Armitage, who barged in, and is just like, hello.
No! You know what? I wasn't going to look at anything, but if you do have a replacement for this, maybe a hat or a cloak, I'll be happy. Because I have armor on already, and the armor, I believe... Is it, Dungeon Master, is my armor, like, perfect? Like, is there anything special about this armor?
You have pretty good armor, from what I remember.
I don't think I can wear armor either.
Yeah, minus 20.
Yeah, you have pretty good armor.
So I don't even really need to worry about anything.
Yeah. You could look for aesthetic wise. So
Like a cloak.
actually, roll
Yeah,
a
my
perception.
kimono does.
Roll a
Okay,
perception
go ahead.
check whenever you first walk in.
Perception. Oh, I got a B. What's a B?
You should have an A right next to your perception check.
So I can roll again.
Yes.
So, okay, perception check. Oh, so wait. It says right here, 21.
Alrighty. So as you walk in, the first thing that catches your eye is this immaculate kimono that is hanging in the window. On the back of the kimono, it has a dragon that is outlined in a diamond fashion. As you look at it and you think about your whole past, everything that lines up perfectly, you're just like, I have to have this.
Oh, this is a fine garment. How? What? I would love to know more about it.
Yes, this is my masterpiece. I crafted this based off of the diamondback dragon. They say that she is the most beautiful being that has ever lived. And yeah, she's just such an inspiration to me.
Gow, such an inspiration. That's a lovely piece too.
Thank you.
How much are you parting with it?
I'll tell you what. I'd say for this piece, I would do 300 gold pieces.
Gow! Certainly you could do a little better. Is this the most expensive piece in the store?
Yes, I would say that is the most expensive piece that I have.
Will you be able to part for it for something a little bit merely? Like 200 gold pieces. Not to say that your art isn't beautiful, but I would love to have this one.
You know what? Roll me a persuasion check.
Persuasion check. Where are you? Right here. Dun dun dun. 15.
15. She looks at you and...
Can I help him by, also, ruffling her feathers, I
vouching?
guess you could say? And being like, oh yes, you do just the most fantastic work, and I think everybody should be able to wear them. Can I help him?
Yeah. Roll with advantage. Roll again.
Alright, so we got a 15 the first time, and second time we're going to get 13.
13.
Let's
All
go
right.
with that 15.
So
15 it is.
she looks at you and she looks at the kimono that you're wearing and the matching shield that would match this kimono perfectly. And she says, you know what? 250 and we have a deal.
250. Can I haggle some more?
I would not, personally, because she may
Okay.
take that.
She may take that as insult. So, go. Thank you so much. I will definitely part with this one, and I'll take good care of it. And maybe somebody can do a painting of me with this lovely garment. Go.
So you wish to get this?
Of course. Why not? I would love to don the fine garments of the finest seamstress in all the land.
Alrighty. So she walks over, brings it off the rack. You see her pause for a minute. And then she continues on and places it on you, steps back, looks at it, does the same thing, snaps her fingers, and it fits to you perfectly.
Go. What do you think? How do I look in this garment?
It looks so perfect, honey. You are just spread the word of Lysandra Darkhorn.
I shall remember it, and I shall come back and I'll take you for some mead.
Absolutely, I would love it. We'll call it a date.
Go.
Does she have mold?
What?
Does she have mold?
No, she does not have.
You have mold.
Yeah. I lucked out. No mold.
But yeah, after walking around, once you leave the store, you feel revigorated. You feel like there's something different about this kimono than most other garments that you've worn. You can't really place your
Paw on it.
I can't place my paw on it, but the question that should have been asked was this imbued with anything that enhances me? Like I want to know somehow what is so special about this garment aside from my eyes being attracted to the design. What else about this is pulling me in to making an impulse purchase of 250 gold pieces that's leaving me with 119? Why this piece? What is so significant about this piece?
She looks at you and she says, "It'd be more fun for you to find out."
Go. I'll take it on my journey, and I'll protect it as well. Take care now. Hey, Deverne, you want anything?
It's too rich for my blood.
There's a piece of chocolate here. Sorry, I don't know why I said that, but it was fun. Anyways. No, not that type of chocolate, damn it.
Super pause.
Super pause. KO.
Alrighty. So are you guys leaving the
forage next, right?
Yeah, porridge.
Yes.
Sorry, I said porridge.
To the
Forge, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
forage.
porridge. We're gonna go to the porridge. Yes, like lava porridge to make weapons. Yeah, to the forge.
Alrighty. So you guys you make your way to the forge, and as you're getting to the forge, you smell those of you that fought against the fire demons, you smell sulfur once again, and you start to get kind of on
PTSD.
edge, and then you come across this building that has an overhang, and underneath the overhang you see this iron forge, and inside, like, you can see the inside of this forge. You see like 12 different fire demons crawling and overlapping and manipulating over top of each other, and you see this human who is a burly and weathered, with a bald head and a thick beard streaked with gray. He wears a leather apron and is covered in soot and sweat from working this forge. And he grabs this, only thing I can describe it as is a poker with two prongs that have this type of material to it that whenever he presses a button, electricity sparks, and as he shoves it inside the forge, the manipulating and anger from the fire demons subsides, and it subdues to where he grabs some iron, throws it in there, lets it heat back up, and then starts working on the forge.
Wow, this seems like entertainment. What say you, Deverne and fellow party mates?
I'm amused, but why don't we head towards the Emporium while we wait?
Well, we didn't put anything in the forge yet, did we? We didn't even talk to the guy.
Yeah, he's just working.
Oh, we should get his attention.
Hey, you there, forge master.
You see,
Can you help imbue our weapons or make them stronger? Damn it, go.
as he's in the mid swing, he stops, looks at you, and this man, like, as he looks at you, it's strange. You see his eyes are glistened over, like you just see a pale white in his eyes. You can tell this man, he is blind. It's strange though, like, he's working this forge like he knows it, like the back of his hand. And he comes over to you and he stabs his little poker into the ground, and he's just like, "So, what can I do for you?"
So, Deverne, would you like to have this Forge Master take a look at your weapon, or check out your weapon and see if he can make it stronger?
Yes, old timer, I need my weapon repaired, and if you can enhance it, we were just in battle and it's dulled.
Let me take a look at it. Who are you calling, old timer? And he grabs it and he holds it up, and you see this look of curiosity come across him as he recognizes every single detail. And he's just like, he looks back at you and he says, "Where did this blade come from?"
It was passed down by generations through my family.
"This is no Narstav blade."
Gal, but this is a fine blade from his region. What say you, Deverne? Isn't it a fine blade?
It is the Aegis blade.
"Ah, I've heard of blades like this. Comes from the Shadow Realm. He looks at it and he reaches in his pocket, pulls out this glass that he looks over it with, gets close to it, and puts it back in his pocket. "Looks to come from the Calliumites, am I correct?"
Yes.
I
Yes,
lean
that
back
is
and
where
whisper
I
over
am
to
from.
Milo. I lean back and whisper over to Milo. I thought he couldn't see. Now I'm confused.
You were a warrior once, yes?
As am I.
Old timer?
I've fought in wars, but I wouldn't call myself a warrior.
Gal, but you seem to know your blades.
Right.
Very true.
Gal, so what
So
makes
can you
this
fix it?
Yeah, can you fix it? A simple question. Simple enough.
I can work on it. What I can do mechanically, what he can do is he's going to for around 80 gold, he can add a +1 bonus to your blade. So it would go from 1d8 +2 to 1d8 +3.
Can you make it 70 gold?
Roll a persuasion check.
16,
Damn dice.
30, 20.
He looks at it and he's just like, "For this blade, it would be an honor to work on a blade from such a realm. I can do 70 gold."
I give him the 70
Ow.
gold.
I forgot to super chat.
It'll be... He pulls out his own tick keeper.
It's important.
"I can have it done by morning."
By morning. Can you
How much-
lend me a blade in the meantime?
He looks over to a bin that he's been working on that is really riggedy, like blades. And he's like, "Have any pick of those?"
Okay.
Ooh, can I
There.
help him look?
They're super basic. You won't even have to roll. They're just basic.
Oh, I was gonna see if I could find the
One is
needle in
imbued
the
with some
haystack,
power.
the diamond
Diamond
in
in
the
the
rough.
rough.
No, they're all just you can tell this is
Banged
his
up.
junk pile.
Dang, his junk.
A good long sword would work.
Yeah, you see a longsword in there.
I'll take a long sword. I'll take this
No!
one, old timer.
No, whenever I have this done, I want that longsword back.
Absolutely.
Alrighty. And he'll take the Aegis blade and he'll come over and he has this wooden box that is meant to hold these blades in while he is working on other things because he has a list that he has to get through before he can get down to yours.
Right.
So he takes your blade and sets it into the wooden box, shuts it, takes the key out, locks it, and continues on his work.
Go! Wait! Great, Ironsmith. We have some other weapons that we would like for you to look at and examine as well. What do you think of this? I think it's a halberd. I think it's a war pick, but I ultimately wanted a halberd or something like that. Something like boot. Is there any way you can enhance this weapon? So I hand it over.
Halberd.
Okay.
He looks at your blade. He's just like, well, your halberd, holding it in place. He's just like, yeah, I could do the similar thing to what he did, or what I'm doing for his. It'd be a little past morning before I can have it done. It'd be 80 gold pieces.
Persuasion. Especially for him to get it done sooner, too. Is it possible?
Roll for persuasion. Actually, roll twice for persuasion. Roll once. The first one I'm going to say is to see about haggling. The second one I'd say is to see about getting it.
How soon you can do it. Okay, hold tight. Rolling for persuasion first time. 14.
14? He looks at you and is just like, it's pretty basic. 80 gold, I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, it's a longer weapon, so it's pretty basic. But that's horrible. I thought this weapon had special abilities. Like, it was very strong. I mean, it was handled.
Yeah, it's a halberd, so you don't see halberds often. So they're pretty good for being a halberd.
But
His
there's
is from like a very specific place, and it's been generations upon generations of a weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a very
I want to
rare
go to the person that's going to imbue this weapon with. So this is also only going to give the weapon a +1, correct?
Correct. So you'd go from 1d10 plus 3 to 1d10 plus 4.
For what it's worth, I'm going to pass.
Alrighty, so don't even worry about rolling the second roll for persuasion to see how fast you can get it done.
Right.
Alrighty.
Thank you, kind sir. I will come back soon, though.
I'd be happy to have your business. And he hands you your halberd back and puts his hand on your shoulder and says, I'm sorry I called your halberd basic. I'm just excited about the Aegis blade.
So excited that he charged the same price.
Wow. Gal, well, it's okay. When the time is right, I will see you, and you will be able to forge this fine blade.
And I'll be looking forward to it. Tall, fair man.
Tall
Fucking
man.
weird.
Gal. I guess he wasn't happy that I didn't spend money there.
Fucking
Gal.
weird.
So what I'm gonna do out of share,
So
because I
mean.
can hear everything, intimidation.
Intimidation? How are you going to intimidate him?
So the idea is like, it's kind of like I turn around and actually like lose my temper for a second because he's saying I'm weird, and the fact that you think my blade is basic. Granted, I felt like I've.
Is this little old man about to beat the shit out of him?
Yeah, I probably should leave him alone. But you know what? Then based off of what Amari is saying, I was pretty much stopped mid-gowl and calm down, and I actually just walk away.
Are you saying that because I grabbed my dice?
Yes.
I was grabbing
Across
to
the table.
I was grabbing to see what he does. I wasn't going to attack him.
Lies.
Lies and deceits.
No, really.
Go!
Not the roll to see if he actually was intimidated or not.
Yeah, I mean,
Possible.
we'd hope that he wasn't intimidated.
But
yeah, I walked away. I was just, I let that one pass. But
Let it slide
No.
right off his back.
yeah, and I went over to hang out with Milo. So yeah, feelings
Yeah, as
hurt,
you-
sort of.
as you go on, you guys go on about your business. Where are you guys heading next?
How should
The Emporium.
The Emporium.
Oh.
We have about I'd say 4 ticks left.
So like
Jeez,
30 minutes.
Time flew now.
Mhm.
Jesus
So
Christ.
should
I
we
mean, you
not
guys-
just
How
walk
many
straight
ticks will it take
to-
us to get to the castle versus how many ticks will it take us to get to the Emporium, then go to the castle? Can we do it all in one swipe?
It'll take about 1 tick to get to the Emporium from where you're at, and it'll take about 2 ticks. So if you guys spend 1 tick at the place, which is around like 15 minutes, then you'll be good. You'll be getting there right on time.
Okay.
Milo
I think-
fidgets a bit with the timepiece, like debating
Oh, you
in
wanna-
his head whether or not it's a good idea.
You want to
Alright, so
like?
go ahead.
adamant
You
about
wanna-
being punctual.
Do you want to roll an Arcana check to figure out more stuff about the tick keeper?
Sure, since I'm fidgeting with it and like looking closely. Yeah. Arcana. I have really good Arcana. 18, I think. Yeah.
18. That's actually pretty good.
I have
You-
plus 5.
Cool. You are fiddling around with it, and you find an extra button on the side of it. And as soon as you press that button, light begins to shine from the face of the tick keeper, and it's like casting light, like the spell light
Yeah.
is what you're doing.
Am I holding it down or is it just one click?
It completely blinded you in the face.
Oh, I
Can we
probably
see this
dropped it
actually
then, I
happening?
feel like.
Yeah, you
I'd
see,
probably,
you see
like,
this happen.
fumble
It's
with
just
it
like
and drop
he just,
it.
He presses the button, and then just like it's just a straight like LED headlights just went straight into his face.
Are any
we're-
of us? Are any of the rest of us affected by that light?
No, it's just him.
Okay.
No, Milo definitely drops it, I think. In shock. He's like, oh, okay.
As you drop it, like your book like unwraps itself. Oh, you fucking shithead! And comes down, grabs it, brings it back up to you,
Oh,
goes and
Thank you,
Slack.
Did
Cronus.
that book just talk?
Oh,
Oh, talking literature, audible.
Yeah, yes.
Oh,
His name is Cronus. He's a bit of a
a
sourpuss.
bit of a what? Say it with your chest.
Well-
Little ass.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a bit of a sourpuss. You can't deny it. But thank you.
I'll agree to that. And
Cow, welcome to the crew.
Right. Well, what I'm thinking is that it might not have enough time to go to the Emporium, despite me wanting to do so. I don't want to miss or be late to a meeting with the king.
Just
I
try to
don't-
come back to the Emporium so you can find what you're searching
Yeah, we
for.
can come back after. I just would rather not waste
I was wanting to go
time.
by for some research purposes anyways in the future.
On time
Yeah,
is
because we
late.
missed the library also.
Early is on time. So I'd say we try to...
actually, Jasper,
Yes.
just because I forgot to have you roll for it whenever we first started, can
Yeah.
you roll your D100 for me?
Like a luck die or something? Alright.
It's for that one thing.
Oh shit, yeah.
What
okay.
is that one thing?
We will find out.
You'll find out
later.
whenever you find out. And just tell me the number.
That one
41.
thing.com.
So I don't
Alright.
think I do.
You're good. Nope.
I do? Or
No, you don't.
Okay,
you
I
don't.
didn't think so. Because I think it's like, what, 10% right now?
Yep. You have to roll under a 10.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Okay. Alright.
Alrighty.
So, yeah, we can go to the Emporium after, but I'd rather be on time to this meeting.
Go!
Take a-
Do we all agree that we might have better to be on time and have more drinks there? So, go! We could get there early.
The,
Say you all.
the book's flapping in the middle of all you guys, and it's just like, fucking finally! Let's just go!
Cronus,
Hey, great book. Do you drink too?
you should really be patient.
I'm a
I
I'm a
don't
book.
think paper
It's not
and
good to get paper
liquids-
wet.
Yes. Yeah. Not a good idea. I'd rather not get him wet. He'd be fussy
And
about it anyway.
the book actually, like, it flaps over to you, Armitage, and it it closes in on itself, and you see like on the front of the book like these like runes that are shaped like eyes as it looks at you and blinks,
Mhm.
and then it opens up and puts its hand like it puts this
It's leaves.
it's
Like
papers
pages?
on your
Yeah.
the pages on on your shoulder, and dice.
What are you about to do?
Put your page on my shoulder.
You heal 12 hit points.
Cow! Thank you, great book. Cow! See, it's better than taking a nap.
A little bit, yeah.
Almost
It's really a toss-up on whether or not he's going to be nice or be a shit, so...
And
Was you
you
say
got the good
shit
end
or-
of the stick, I
Fuck.
suppose.
he
Go.
flies back over and says, "See, if you would offer me a drink or be nice to me sometimes, I'd be nice to you." And then flies off and puts his goes back into his strap.
Milo rolls his eyes a bit and just...
I saw that.
Sure you did. You've been an ass for these past few years. You'll always be an ass.
Cow.
That's
Alright.
me.
Accurate.
Deverne!
So as you guys come up to the gate of the palace, you see two guards standing out there. Armitage, Deverne, and Amari. You recognize these two guards to be the two guards from the front of the gate,
Those
Wow.
assholes.
and standing there guarding the palace. Gate closed. What do you do?
Go! I recognize you guys from when we had that battle! That glorious battle! And luckily, we have a meeting with the king! Won't you let us swear in?
We are on kind of a time crunch.
You see the big burly barbarian like man go to reach for his keys, and the woman steps in front of him. It's just like, these four meeting with the king.
Is there a
In
problem?
what world is that? Yes. In what world would that really even happen?
Weren't you
And
there?
this one, it seems.
Weren't they there during the...
Yeah, they
when
were
he-
there, but they walked off.
Oh, okay.
They didn't get
Okay.
to see.
Yeah.
Well, he gave
Uh.
me this timepiece. And I like...
Everyone
showed
has
There
him.
one
you
of
go.
those.
Go!
They
We
pull out
don't.
both of
Only
theirs.
she does.
This-
That
Why don't you go ask him yourself? Since you want to be so facetious.
we don't want to bother the king. He's in the middle of a meeting.
Go!
Since
We
it
were
was-
supposed to be meeting with him as well.
Intimidation.
I kind of
Intimidation. All right.
face it away from me and click the button, see if that shows them anything. Or, like, prove anything.
Smart.
He's gonna try to blind him.
Not necessarily, like, I might accidentally blind them, but I'd be like, well, does yours do this?
Whoopsie.
The one he gave me does this,
Whoopsie.
and I don't know why, but... I'm like,
I mean,
fumbling.
yeah, you
Go with
surpri-
that first.
You
Go
surpri-
with that
you
first.
surprise him, and you blind him.
Sorry,
Yeah, that
didn't
lasts
mean
for
to
like
put
6
that in your
seconds.
eyes.
So
Well, I'm gonna try
Like,
to run inside. I'm gonna try to run inside.
gates,
My bad.
gates closed and locked.
These bitches.
Can't
with the
face through.
powers. I mean, you can try to unlock it if you
You
got
get some
lockpicks.
sort of multi-function tool.
Go. Let's do persuasion, and then I'll do intimidation if that doesn't work.
Persuasion
Like,
first.
listen, the king is really trying to
Now,
get
I
us to
will-
go wherever.
I will let you know this. Whereas you just, Milo did just try to blind.
It was an accident,
The
I swear.
person.
I'm so
Persuasion
sorry.
would be at disadvantage, but intimidation, I would put that a straight roll. So,
Intimidation, because they didn't really think much of us as far as our skills or anything. So yeah, I'll intimidate.
all right, explain to me how you're going to intimidate these people.
So go! Listen, the king has summoned us, and summoned this mere folk here. Well, not that you're mere, but you're short, elven creature. Go! They summoned all of us here, and we're not sure why we're here. We just want of legions of people, or fiery people, and go! We're told to be here at this time. Let us in.
Armitage,
Go.
do you need assistance?
Go. It's yes.
Let us through, or I'll do to you as I did to those warriors that tried to cross us.
Alrighty. So roll an intimidation check with advantage, Armitage. And at the same time as that is happening, Milo, you hear Kronos in your nook. He goes, "Ha! He called you short."
Oh,
Short by his standards. Do you see how tall he is?
This is great.
Of course
My
I'm short to
intimidation-
him, Kronos.
Milo, don't feel
So-
bad. I was short in my village too, as I'm
Go.
still towering over you.
Very comforting, thank you. Sure. Mhm.
So I rolled
Got
it into intimidation.
Alright.
And I roll with advantage. I have to roll again, right?
Yeah, you get to roll twice and take the higher of the two.
Alright, so I got 13 the first time, and intimidation one more time. Oof. Hell friggin' no. I got a 4. Natural 4. I don't like the natural 4. Let's go with
So did you
that
that 13? Did you add your intimidation bonus?
Oh, that's a +1?
Check your
If
character sheet.
Hold on a second.
I'm checking.
Actually, my
you
character.
actually- you
No,
have
I don't have a
plus
+1 on that.
You have a +0 on that.
Yeah, so it says 13.
Yep, 13.
Great 13.
That's a moderate success. So, I would say she looks at you and she goes over, unlocks the gate, and just like she opens it up and she's going to motion you in, and as she does that, she's going, as you guys walk in, she's going to trail behind you.
Thank you. Sorry about the light. It was an accident, I promise. Well,
Kronos
sort
pipes up. No, it wasn't!
of. No. Don't listen to him. Nobody should listen to him.
Everyone should listen to me!
He's a bad
Go!
influence.
Short woman, feel free to walk and be graced by your king.
Kronos goes, he called you short this time.
It's called you
Please
short this
do
time.
not instigate the guards. They're going
I'll
to get us in
instigate who I
trouble.
want to instigate. He unfastens himself, goes over to Deverne. You want some, big man?
I will kick you.
How are you gonna
Honestly-
kick me? I'm up in your face.
I'm going
Are
to
you
go.
that
I'm
flexible?
going to go and grab him.
Yeah, I go and try to grab him. Yeah, okay.
I'm going to hand him
Alright.
back to
Back in the satchel, please.
Go,
I shove
Kronos,
him.
you've
I
been
shove
read.
him straight back into that leather thing and try to fasten it as tight as I can. You better shut the fuck up. I swear to God.
Control that thing.
And you
I
hear a
try.
big bear-like
He's not-
laugh.
He's not a pet. He's
He just
his
has
own. He's
This
something. No, I said you're not.
No, pet.
Shut up. Just shut up. Just stop talking,
Kronos.
please.
He's my new
Oh, Kronos, don't worry. Go. You make me laugh. Go, go, go.
I'm
All right,
glad
let's
you
march
aren't.
forward to the king.
Alrighty, you
Go.
guys walk through this. Whenever I say humongous, I mean it's bigger on the inside than what you ever imagined on the outside. This palace has statues of, as you're walking through, 10 different beings. One of them, you see what you imagine to be a younger version of King Jason, as he's sitting there with this steel armor with a cloak going across his chest, and you see the same sword strapped on his back. Adjacent to him, you see this woman who wears a trench coat with iron-plated armor as well, and she holds this sword that is strapped on her side, and she, as you guys continue on, you see all 10 different of these different figures. You see this of these statues, and you see this man at the very end holding this spark of electricity, just looking down on it as well. And
we all see this?
Yeah, and it's all these different statues. I could go into explaining what every single one looks like, but for the sake of time and brevity, beneath the one that has the spark of electricity, you see a door that sits there.
Go! Milo, how many ticks do we have left?
I look down at the thing, avoiding the button this time.
You're about... So, you look down, and it is at... you have, like, less than 1 tick left.
We better rush, because we're about on time and almost late. So, we should get moving.
We make a beeline for the door.
Yep.
I don't know if there's anybody else to ask, unless the lady trailing us knows where for us to go.
As you guys make a beeline, she starts sprinting right behind you and everything. She's like, hey, stop! What are you running for? And
Go! We have to make it in time. It's just the correct way to the king.
So, are you guys just like barreling through the door? Are you guys gonna knock? Are you guys gonna open the door? What are you guys gonna do?
Milo
We're pushing our
definitely
way
stops
in. They've given us trouble.
No, I'm
wants
going to.
knock.
I'm gonna dash in front of them with my step of the wind, and I'm going to knock.
Oh, you're okay. Yeah,
Yes,
so you
That's
see
clever.
Amari
Clever.
just like get a new pep in her step as she dashes in front of you guys, like just a quick blur, and she stands there and she just
Milo sighs in relief
and
because he doesn't want to be disrespectful.
and as you guys get to the door, as the rest of you come up to meet her, the door opens and you see this elaborate throne room sitting at the far edge in the center. You see this tall throne with a lightning bolt that you see King Jason sitting there at. To his left, you see another slightly shorter throne made up of different clocks, and sitting there, you see the same woman of the statue, blonde hair going down to her collarbone. You see a red trench coat that goes down, the same silver-plated armor, but this time it has like green runes spread across. You know this to be Queen Meg, or Queen Megan, or as her friends like to call her, Meg. And you to Jason's right, you see this towering 7-foot tall man, and he is super muscular. Like, think the buffest man that you've ever seen, like even bigger than that. And he holds this sword. He has this sword that reaches from above his head all the way down to the ground, strapped to his back, that is made out of steel and iron. And you know this sword to be the ancient sword of Excalibur.
The legendary sword.
The legendary sword Excalibur, strapped against his back. Actually, and then sitting right next to him, you see this black lab just sitting there, just laying there, just tongue panting, just sitting on the ground. Here in a second, Armitage, I'm going to have you go ahead and roll a perception and history check. Let me know after I get done explaining. Then to his right, you see another woman, brown hair, looks to be a little younger than Queen Megan, and she's sitting there, just arms crossed, wearing this plated armor, and she has a green leather jacket that goes down to her mid-thigh, and she's wearing like these leather legging-like material and leather boots that come up to her knees, and she sits there as well. All right, to the very left of Meg, you see this man made of shadows. He has a hood raised and these shadows pouring out of his face. He has a sword that on the outside it seems to beam with sunlight, but on the inside it's just strict darkness, an empty void, if you will. He has this armor that across it has different stars, and in the center of his chest it has the moon from before, not the moon from your world, the moon from a world before Adet, the moon of what we know to be our world. To his left, you see another towering figure, 8 feet tall. It's just standing there, half made of earth, and she has flaming red hair. She has arms made of water. This being is made of the earthen elements. So you, at the very end, on the other side of the woman with leather, you see this kind of, to be surprising, this shorter man with long black hair. He wears this silver armor, and on the crest of this armor you see a wolf's head, and he wears an elaborate ring that once he sees you guys walk in, the ring crawls up his arm and shifts into a giant pole arm, and he just stands there, and you see all 7 of these figures.
Are they all standing, or just the one is standing?
All of them are standing besides King Jason and Queen Megan.
Okay. Milo immediately bows in respect, just to put his best foot forward.
Go. Including me, Armitage, I definitely do bow.
Oh, what'd you get for your history check, by the way?
12.
12.
Because I'm drunk.
You would know this, though. That black lab is the ancient Javakin. That is Jack.
And then, obviously, because I recognize Jack, I'm like, go! Jack! It's nice to see you. Do I know Jack, though?
So, Jack, he is the equivalent of somebody you would look up to as, your hero. He is a legend to your deity. He is the embodiment. Here's your deity, here's Jack. He's right up there, right next to him. So what a Javkin is? It is
the ancient what?
Javkin. Javken.
Figured I spelled it right too. Javkin. So greeting. Yeah, right.
So what you know as a Javakin to be is a mixture of dragon, a dog, a black eagle, and a lion. and
I'm a
they have
fan.
they have the ability to shift into one each of them, or merge into one giant version of it.
So I'm a big fan. I'm a huge fan. Like, this was like getting tickets to see your favorite artist. Like, it's true. If I got to see Metallica, who don't want to see?
Exactly. Like it's
Yeah,
to that.
but you get what I'm saying. Like, almost, like, so I'm like, go, almost fanboyish or fanbearish. Go, who is this? Go, it's Jack.
Also, with that history check, you also right next to him you see and you recognize the figure to be the almighty guardian Nick. He is the champion of Viz, the Diamondback Dragon.
He did what with the Diamondback Dragon?
He is the champion of the Diamondback Dragon.
Okay.
So that means like he is like their, I wouldn't say lackey, but like where the what's like a knight.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so already.
And
You already know. Like,
King Jason finally stands up and looks to you all and says, you finally made it. I'm so happy. As you know, these are the 7 chosen. Each of us have our own 7 swords. And he looks to all of them surrounding, and they all draw their 7 swords, place it onto like the tip onto the palace floor. And these swords are elaborate swords. Jason's sword, you see a raging storm on the inside. Megan's sword, you see these this pearlescent sword that once you look at the reflection, you see memories of your past. You look at this Excalibur, this sword that is your the embodiment of power itself. You just all these different swords that are legends to all of you. And King Jason looks at them and nods, and they all turn and step through a portal, and all of them are gone except for King Jason and Queen Megan. And he looks at all of you and says, now that we have some privacy, we can finally discuss what I needed you for. That's where we're going to end the episode.